On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Penix. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man, London, right side. Nifty move. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Looking to throw, Penix. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Youngway Koo on for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
We're on Tampa Bay. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And he'll get this out to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Mayfield. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A run up the middle with Irving. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. The Bucs at 10-3 on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. These two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Buccaneers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll throw with Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
A gain of 15. First down, Falcons.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to move back in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Emeka Egbuka, 52 yards. And the Bucs have moved out in front. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft,
he's to the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 68 yards. And the Falcons have yet again retaken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
and I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. I feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
180. Point it right.
Now Mayfield. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mecole Hardman, 56 yards. As his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
17.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that way.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
We have seen this before, and we've known coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
180! Run. One touch.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. They're in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Emeka Egbuka. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the play. And they'll run again. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? To throw, Mayfield. Touchdown! Emeka Egbuka with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Looking to put a drive together. Now Penix. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To the air, Penix. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
In fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Catch is made by Harry. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Here's Penix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
This ball down the field from Pitts. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Penix to the air once more. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They run out of the gun with Urban. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Point it right.
Mayfield. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he's into the end zone for the Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle, as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And looking to throw, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Left side to Robinson. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Trey Palmer deep for Tampa Bay. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Well, he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. To the right side, catch made by Buka. And they finally get him down at the under 46. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Oh, he's got Buka. That's complete. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They won more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Looking middle, and he's got Buka. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he pulls it in for a Buccaneer touchdown. Emeka Egbuka, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bucs add 6 to their lead. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Falcons, 17. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
A play fake. Now Penix. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the throw, letting too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
180! Kings! What's up?
Mayfield now. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Tampa Bay.
Alert!
First and 10, 22-yard line.
Mayfield with it once more. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Alert! What's up?
Mayfield to throw it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers are pouring it on. So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gained almost 40 yards here. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll go play action here with Penix. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Robinson on a give right side. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 89 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Robinson. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Here we go, set. Back to 60.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Robinson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get going off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. That play disrupted and stopped for a loss by linebacker Troy Anderson.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
At the 2-yard line.
What's that?
They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
3 yards. And a 1st down.
What's
1st
that?
and 10 on the 20.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. A first carry for Rachaad White. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Point it right, point it right, point it. 180. What's that?
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. And their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Play fake, and he'll throw with Penix. Looking deep here for Mooney. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
David Onyemata, excellent effort, and he earns a tackle for loss.
Good. 180. What's up?
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 3rd down and 10.
Good. What's up?
Throwing, Mayfield. That is pulled in by a Dalvin Kelce. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.